Today's topic is about cross elasticity of demand. We all know there are some of the goods in which the price of one good is affecting the demand of another good. There are some goods which are the substitutes to each other and others are jointly consumed. We studied them in our topic of demand. So substitutes are actually, they are the competitive goods. They are in competition. When price of one of the good is going to change, it will have an effect on the demand of the other product. Like if price of Coke is increasing, do you not think people will be buying more Pepsi? Demand of Pepsi will increase. Alright? So we say this thing that price of Coke is affecting the demand of Pepsi. Or we say price of coffee is going to affect the demand of tea. When coffee is becoming expensive, what happens? People will be switching over to consume more of tea. So these goods are having cross relationship with each other. So that cross relationship can be studied by using the concept of cross elasticity of demand. In this case, we will measure the responsiveness of the demand of other good due to the change in price of the first commodity. Like if the goods are substitutes, like Coke, how this cross relationship between Coke and Pepsi will be measured by using the cross elasticity of demand. As I said earlier, elasticity means responsiveness. So in this case, we say cross elasticity of demand shows the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demand of A due to percentage change in the price of commodity B. What do we say? Cross elasticity of demand shows the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded of A, quantity demanded of good A due to proportionate change in the price of good B. Price of good B. Like price of B is affecting the demand of A. So we say cross elasticity of demand shows percentage change in quantity of A due to percentage change in price of B. Okay? The same formula we use for price elasticity of demand. Now it is used for the cross relationship between the two goods. The difference is that we are not using the price of the same commodity, but we are checking the price of the other goods. How will it affect the demand of commodity A? Now, if cross elasticity of demand is coming like a positive value, then we say the goods in study, they are the substitutes. If cross elasticity of demand is positive, the goods will be the substitutes. And if cross elasticity of demand is negative, we say the goods are complements. They are jointly consumed. So keep it in mind, cross elasticity of demand is compared with 0. Previously we were comparing price elasticity of demand with 1. Now we are comparing it with 0. Whether it is greater than 0 or less than 0. You can write the same formula if you are having difficulty by calculating percentages. You can and tea. First of all, I say over here price of coffee and demand of tea. Now price of coffee that is increasing from, you can say 100 to 120. Okay, and it is causing the increase in demand of tea from 50 to, you can say 75. How can we find the percentage? It is look like the 20% change in price of coffee. How much is the percentage change in price of coffee? That is 20%. If you calculate it, price is going 20% above the 100. And how much is the change in tea demand? Percentage change in quantity of tea. How much is the change in quantity over original quantity to 100? Can I say this is 25 over 15 to 100? So this is what? 50%. 50% demand of tea has increased due to 20% increase in the price of coffee. Clear? Now what is the cross elasticity of demand? Percentage change in quantity due to percentage change in price. How much is change in quantity? 50% over 20%. What will be the answer? 5 over 2. It is 2.5. What it is? Is it positive or negative? Here it is greater than 0. First we have to compare it with 0. We say the goods in study, they are the substitutes. They are the substitutes. Now in the second step, you can say cross elasticity of demand is 2.5. 2.5. That's also greater than 1. What it is? Greater than 1. Therefore, we say these are the strong substitutes. What are these? The strong substitutes. And their diagram can be like this. This is what? Quantity of tea and price of coffee. They are like this, the substitutes. Positively sloped, price of coffee is increasing, which is causing the increase in demand of tea. Okay? So they are strong substitutes because the value is calculated greater than 1. First we have to compare it with 0. That cross elasticity of demand is positive and positive value shows the goods are substitutes. Then we see if this value is greater than 1, we say this is the strong substitute area. What do you mean by this 2.5 value? If price of coffee is increasing by 1%, demand of tea will increase by more than 1%. Proportionately, demand of tea will be increasing greater than the proportionate change in price of coffee. So these are very strong competitors or rivals. If the coffee producers or coffee sellers, they are going to increase the price of coffee, they have to keep it in mind that consumers have other options to consume like tea. They will switch over to tea. And their sales can be decreased for coffee if tea is having lower price than coffee. Alright? You can take an example of CNG and petrol prices. If petrol prices are increasing, people will switch over to another fuel which is called compressed natural gas. You can also take an example of Coke and Pepsi. And among the two schools, you can say one of the school is having higher fee structure and another is having lower one. So their demand will be changing due to the high fee structure of the branded school and another school is getting less fee. So the people will be switching over from that high price school towards a low price. competitors, they are also looking at the actions of their rival firms. How rival firms are changing the prices. This is the use of cross elasticity of demand. Whenever you are dealing in a business, you have to keep an eye whether your competitors are increasing the price of their product or they are staying same or they are going to decrease the price. That can affect the demand of your product. Clear? Now come towards the other case of cross elasticity of demand, that is about the complementary goods. Now see, we are going to say fuel, price of fuel and demand of power. Now price of fuel increases from 80 to 100. Okay. The demand of cars, that will decrease from 200 to 150. The demand of car is decreasing. Can we find out the percentage change in cars and fuel of price of fuel? How much is the percentage change? 50 over 200. 25%. This is going to be 25%. This is minus sign because now Q2 is 150. 150 minus 200. Now demand is falling. That's why we are having negative value for this change in quantity of cars. Demand is decreasing due to increase in the price of fuel. Now how much is the change in price? Percentage change in price, that is 20 over 80 into 100. How much it is? 25%? Okay. You can find the cross elasticity of demand, percentage change in quantity of cars due to percentage change in price of fuel. How much is the change in quantity of cars? Minus 25% over 25% again. So we are finding this thing, this is minus 1. So minus sign, now it is less than 1, less than 0. So when cross elasticity of demand is minus 1, which is less than 0, we say the goods are complements to each other. They are jointly consumed. Okay, we can find over here the 1% increase in price of fuel will decrease the demand of cars by 1% in this specific case. Fortunately, we are having the value of 1. Now we can say these are neither strong complements nor the weak complement. They are proportionately equally consumed. Equal response will be there. If 1% price of fuel is increasing, 1% demand of power will decrease. If its value was greater than 1, then we have to say these are the strong complements.
Sir, ये वाली वैल्यू है absolute value.
Absolute value.
और sir,
We will ignore this sign.
और sir आंसर 33.3 आ रहा है.
क्यों?
ये गलत है 25%.
ये 25% तो नहीं हो रही.
नहीं सर, उसका 25 प्राइस चेंज 25 है, क्वांटिटी चेंज डिफरेंट है.
नहीं, इस तरह.
Sir,
50 over 200 करो.
50 और 100.
हाँ करो. वो 25% है.
25 है.
हाँ जी. आपका गलत आ गया.
मैंने गलत.
ठीक है बात. So we say the absolute value, like by ignoring this sign, if this value of cross elasticity of demand comes greater than 1, we say the goods are strong complements to each other. They are always jointly consumed. There is no other option. Now, what will be the shape of their graphs? Quantity of cars price of fuel. So this can be like this, like demand. They are negatively related with each other. If price of fuel is increasing, demand of cars will be decreasing. Now the last case of cross elasticity of demand, that is about when price of one thing it is going to increase, it is not going to affect the demand of the other commodity. Like if price of coke is increasing, does it have any effect on the demand of cars? Not at all. So if cross elasticity of demand is having a zero value, we say the goods are unrelated to each other. Neither they are the substitutes nor they are the complements. They are unrelated. Like coke and car, they are having no relation with each other. They are not the substitutes, they are not the complements. Clear? So one of the questions in the exam was like this. Explain the cross elasticity of demand if it is positive, negative and zero. Previously we were talking about only positive and negative. Now zero means what? The goods are unrelated with each other. They are not the substitutes. They are not the complements. Clear? So you can take any value where you can change the price of one good and others demand is not changing. It remains same. When demand does not change, we say the cross value will be zero. Cross value will be zero, and the goods in study, they are unrelated with each other. Clear? So I think this is the cross elasticity of the demand. It is more than enough today. I am not going to start income elasticity of demand today. That is a little bit lengthier. So we will be doing it tomorrow. Okay? And till tomorrow, that will be your syllabus for your assessment.